take two of Two-Way Tuesday for July 9th. We got about halfway through this and my phone died. So, where do we go first? Shout outs. Who did we give a shout out to last time?
Joni.
Joni. Why are we giving Joni a shout out?
CBLs.
Why is that a big deal right now?
Because right now she's trying to convert as many CBLs to add it to your guys' schedule because for some reason we're kind of slow. Not sure why.
We're not slow, so it feels that way, right? Because there's some days that we're going out 2 jobs, 3 jobs. I get it. Our referrals coming through insurance are staying pretty well the same. We have extra technicians in the valley, which is great, but now we need to maximize every single opportunity we can, and Joni's job becomes really, really important right now because her job is to convert CBLs.
Yes.
So great job, Joni, keeping stayed caught up with those. Had a really good conversation this morning on how to convert more of those, what that's going to look like, because at the end of the day, our concern is filling your schedule and getting jobs done.
Yes.
So great job, Joni, staying caught up with that. Department or branch news. We have a new addition to the team. Where is that? Who is that? What is that?
A technician.
Before you freak, it's not here. Where is it?
Tucson.
Yeah. So he's in background drug screening. Made the offer last week while I was out. Super, super excited for that. His tentative start date is July 22nd. He'll probably be up here doing some ride-along, shadowing you guys before we send him in a van and back to Tucson. So he will probably be installing full-time down there the first week of August, if not the second, is kind of what I'm thinking. We've also got some new scheduling availability for Saturday. Walk us through that.
So what happens Saturday is you guys just an open capacity for each technician on Saturday, a job to 2 jobs, one in the morning and afternoon. So if you see a job on your Saturday schedule, don't freak out. The reason we're doing that to make it easier for the call center for us to just schedule jobs. So what I do at the end of the day, Friday or midday Friday, I will add it to the guys who work Saturday and reroute it. So if you guys depend on that schedule to see if you work Saturday, you might not want to do that. You might want to check out the schedule that Justin sent a couple of months ago in an email.
So we could probably have a 20-minute video on why we're doing this, but at the end of the day, it's to benefit you to make sure that we have additional capacity to get work done. So we're changing some things on the back end, but the biggest change that you're going to notice in the field is jobs are going to pop up every Saturday for your area, probably like 1 or 2 depending on what part of town you're in. So you can't rely on looking on the schedule like, oh, I have jobs good tomorrow, I must be scheduled to work, because she's going to be rearranging those every Friday. So it's super, super important you refer back to the schedule that I sent out, because that's the one that we're going to be piling jobs on. So yeah. What else we got? Key messages. Arizona is heating up, and this is about where it died last time, so we've already made a better run than our last video. Arizona has 900,000 members, and there's a video on the hub that I would encourage you to take a look at. What is in that video? Who's in that video? What's it all about?
And John Walter and Brad Altman.
And who is John Walter?
Our VP, our
Yep.
manager.
So my boss, if you didn't know, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have met him already, but some of the new guys maybe have not. So to get familiar and to help kind of communicate when I talk about some of these things, go watch that video.
Yes.
It's on the hub, right there on the main screen. So it's John Walter, Brad Altman's. What are they talking about?
They're talking about what they're at their Santan Valley location, and what they're talking about is they're trying to move everything to technology, right? Electronic. Pretty much what they do is trying to get a tablet, take a picture with the part, with the mechanics, right? What the part's wrong, they'll send it directly to the customer, how much it is, what the part, this is wrong with it, do you approve it to get it fixed or not? So looking excited for that, because if they're working on that, hopefully it comes to us later on.
Yeah, so they're in completely different systems, right?
Yes.
So it's not something we're just going to be able to do with pre-inspections and send customers pictures. And will we get there eventually? I do think so. But the video is really about some of the advances of the new look and feel of those new locations and how we better service our members, working smarter, not harder. So that's where the digital part comes in. What else we got going on? This is a public service announcement on interacting with the media. Don't do it. We have a team specifically designed to interact with the media. There's an email address in here, the Mountain West Group Public Affairs at norcal.aa. They're responsible for all formal responses, and just it's good business, that we don't have all sorts of people responding with their own personal opinions, if it were to ever come up.
Right.
How does this relate to you? Well, I'll give you a kind of a vague example that happened here recently where a customer chose to videotape one of our technicians. And again, without going into detail, kind of egged him on. Do I want to place blame? No. My thought here is, if you're faced with something like that, whether it be a public affairs type thing or an upset customer or an overzealous customer, walk away. It is okay and appropriate to de-escalate that before it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for, is to certainly help with those situations, and I don't ever want to put you guys in a position where you're not at your best. So my message to you is less is more. Again, de-escalate. I know, especially, man, I talked about this in a video a couple weeks ago with tempers flare when it gets hot.
Oh yeah.
As the temperature soars, like
Get grumpier.
I know I would. I think anybody would. Relax, de-escalate, give me a call.
So I know our manager will give you a call and walk away. Thank you for choosing AAA.
That is what I'm here for. So, yep, I got your back. And I know Arlet does, and the rest of the team. Just don't put yourself in that position.
Yeah.
Cool. Now is the time for mid-year goal check-ins. Here this month, we're going to be sitting down to do a mid-year performance review, which I think is pretty cool because it helps align on, hey, where are you performing? Does not meet expectations, meets, exceeds, greatly exceeds,
What we
right?
need to work on. Yeah.
Yep, I really, I love having these conversations because it helps align us. Like, we're not all perfect, and I certainly want you to know where I think you stand as far as your performance is concerned, and then to go back and look at metrics as well. So that'll be happening here within the next couple of weeks. And we're also going to incorporate the leadership dimensions that we've been talking about in all the past videos.
Okay.
All those, when I asked for all your feedback,
Yes.
and what do you think
What's
about
the
this
first word that
area?
pops out?
What's the first word that pops out of the word cloud? I'm gonna bring those full circle to see, hey, this is what this looks like for you and Arlet and Joni and Vivid, so you can look forward to that as well. But that's it. We are at 7 minutes and 47 seconds. That is a pretty short two-way Tuesday. Oh, you did have one more thing.
I have a problem.
That she has a problem.
My problem is cash jobs and deductibles. I know couple weeks, we've been getting a lot with customers are trying to argue the deductibles. Once you guys are already done with an install, customer wants to argue, so now we have to rush and try to find out the customer's deductible. If we can get in a habit, when you guys are doing the inspections, remind the customer, hey, by the way, you have $100 deductible. When the work's done, this is to be collected. Or cash drop. Just give the customer a reminder, because we spend a lot of time trying to get a hold of these customers. Justin, Vivian, Joni, myself, and honestly, sometimes customers don't call back, so we have to close the work order. And remember, if I can't close the work order, you guys don't get paid.
Yeah.
So when you guys send me emails regarding, well, I'm short $20, I'm short 40, 50, 60, guess what? That includes the deductibles and
that
cash
stuff adds
jobs.
up. I mean,
Yes.
that's an hour of your time that, and again, this isn't, oh, AAA's making all this money. We can't, if it's a huge ticket and it's got a $50 deductible on
I
it,
can't bill it.
we can't bill it, and it sits, and we wait for these callbacks. And weird, when customers owe us money,
Hey, trust me, customers don't call us back. Some of them do, but like I said, then I have accounting, I have this open, was this job completed or not? So it's not just Justin on the report, it's accounting on the report, asking me questions regarding it, and now I have to go back and cut. So again, if we can somehow get in a habit when we're doing inspections, hey, just tell the customer, hey, by the way, you have a $200, $20 collected by when the work's done.
Yeah.
I know customers go back in the office and they think they don't have to come back because they forget that they have to pay. And then now we have to call the customers and they don't answer.
So go over it. I don't think anybody's doing anything
Wrong,
intentional or shade or anything like that, but hey, it doesn't become top of mind once the windshield's already in the car. So please, and I'm not asking, I'm telling, you need to go over this with your customers before you start the work. And just a friendly reminder, this is what I'm collecting. If they say, oh no, that's not right,
then we.
Stop.
Yeah, because it's better for us to argue with the customer when the glass is not in there, because now the
Arguing
glass
is
is
the
in
wrong
there.
word.
Well,
Let's
you're right.
reconfirm the deductible, because mistakes are made.
Yes, and
certainly-
customers honestly don't listen to the call. They don't listen to the conference call when it says their deductible. They're like, oh yeah, hang up. And when you go out there, find our deductible, customer just gets upset with you guys. Now you guys are upset with us.
Or repairs that turn into replacements, because maybe they did have a zero deductible when we went to go out to do the repair, then we found out it wasn't
Yes.
repairable. Hey, we're switching, and there's all of these, I mean, I don't fault the customer. This is a long process for them, especially in a case where the repair switched to a replacement. There's a lot to remember.
They're on the phone like for, they're on the phone like for 15 minutes. The claim itself is about 8 minutes, 7 minutes. I mean, customers are already irritated with us on the phone because of the insurance. So it's not, don't think you guys say, oh, it's just a call, the girls just call and that's it. It's not
a fault. This
process.
is part of the business. So, again, make sure you're going over any collection amount beforehand and that you collect it before you leave. So
Yes.
this is, I think, now the third time that I brought this up in Two-Way Tuesday videos. It's a problem. So please confirm that. If you have any tips on how best to
Yeah,
do
please
that,
tell me. I will, whatever we can work, just in a habit that we have to tell the customer
Yeah.
when doing the inspection and before you touch that job.
Mhm.
Let them know, hey, you have a 200 deductible cash job, it's due when the job is completed. Or collect it before. If you feel comfortable collecting it before, the customer's gonna be busy, collect it before. Have no problem with that. I'd rather credit it than call, because the customer will actually pick up the phone when I need to do a credit for them, than me calling and collecting the payment.
Yeah.
Please.
Cool. If you have any questions, let us know. But other than that, I think we're set. So we just went from the shortest 2A Tuesday video to the longest. Way to
We
go,
always do
Arlet.
it.
That's Arlet's fault, not mine. Have a good week, guys. We will see you
Thank
next
you for
week.
your hard work.
Bye.
Bye.